Moses joins us now with a look at sports. And just before we talk about sports, I want to say that they're still counting donations, but it looks like they raised about $12,000. So that's really good.
That is pretty awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
Border City showing why they're #1.
Exactly. And the CPCA was in Yorkton over the weekend.
Yeah, that's right. Well, it was raining. People still came out, but obviously when you have chuck wagon races, they're always going to be a great time. Yes, after a week to get their second race of the season underway, Day 2 in Yorkton was rained out. Devin Mitzwing led the first night, finishing a quarter of a second faster than Jamie Labacane with a time of 105.76. It was his third win out of 4 opportunities, but much like 2 weeks ago, it wasn't enough. BJ Carey, who sat over a second behind Devin in 7th position, posted a blistering time of 103.88 to win in Yorkton. It was a strong start to the season for Carey as he posted 2 wagons in the top 5 in the first week in North Battleford. The Lloydminster Vandals opened the season at home last weekend with a convincing 27-0 win over the Central Alberta Buccaneers. They were in Calgary over this past weekend for the first of a 3-game road swing. The Vandals again showed strong offense and stellar D. 34-8 was the final. The Gators came out of this game the worst-ranked defense, and the Vandals made them pay. Lloydminster sits in a tie for first place after 2 weeks with the Calgary Wolfpack. The Wheatland Extreme have been on fire, winning 4 of their last 5, and they look to take on the winless Grand Prairie Thrashers at home. Trying to climb to the 500 mark for the first time this season, the Extreme kept the Thrashers pointless, and the Basement Dwellers showed up just with 8 players, and this is interesting enough. 2 went down with injuries. 2 more were given game misconducts, forcing the refs to call the game. With 13 minutes still to play, the Extreme won that one 8-4. Meanwhile, the Lloyd Comp Barons rugby team were in Edmonton to compete in the ASAA Provincials. The Barons gained entry to the tournament by default as Fort McMurray no longer has a rugby program. The Barons were seeded last of the 8 teams and would be in tough as they faced the top-ranked team to kick things off. The defense was the Achilles heel for the Barons, unable to contain Lethbridge's offense. The Barons fall 50-0 in their opener to Lethbridge. They would go on to win the silver medal. Now, as a result of the loss, the Barons moved to 7th place the 7th place game against the 7th-seeded Grand Prairie Comp. The Comp, well, lost their opener 51-0, but proved to be too difficult for the Barons. Lloydminster was able to get on the board, but they fall 42-15. The Lloydminster Rebels U16A team has been absolutely dominant this season. Over the weekend, they were in Calgary to play some Midget A ball. The girls won their first 3 games, outscoring the opposition 28-17. The girls played a 4th and final game last night, whipping the Calgary Kodiaks 13-0 for their second mercy of the weekend. Madison Clark threw a complete game shutout. The Rebels were slated to play in the final, but that was canceled due to rain. But overall, a great performance by the Rebels. NSRBL tonight, the St. Walburg Reds take on the Midwest Expos. That game will be getting underway shortly at Legion Ballpark.